Welcome back, everyone. And this week we have a super special guest with us, Mr. Sean Matchoff. He's the mastermind illustrator behind the design, a bunch of designs for New World Ales, and a few other brewing companies too. You've done, right?
Yeah, a few other tap rooms, and hopefully more on the way. But yeah, what's up? You're too kind. I get to, I get paid to draw pictures on beer cans, so it's a dream come true.
I'm so jealous of that, man. I have no artistic bones in my body. The best I can do is like a half-ass stick figure. So like seeing the stuff that you come up with, man, I'm so freaking jealous.
Thanks, dude. And that just, there's a time and place for that stuff too, man. So you just got to sell it. You just got to get your foot in the door and find a way to stay there. So
but yeah, so today we have Sean with us for the week. But today's episode, what day is it, Sean?
It's a special beer of the week.
All right.
Oh, wait a
second. You guys know what's coming up. You guys know what's coming up. Yeah.
What was that can right there? Do you want to start us off with your beer of the week?
Yeah, let's do it. So I had to. So New World Ales is Mark is nice enough to make my dream come true and let me draw on his beers. So had to pick New World Ales. This is Pog Dog.
Yeah, buddy.
This is the first one out of a few. We're taking a break from the Hop Heroes series, so this is a standalone Pog Dog. It's Kolschy. It's the brewer's dog playing pogs with some of the fruit that's in the beer. so it's fun, man. And when we dropped this, every 4-pack came with a little pog. So
did you design the pogs too?
Indeed, man.
Nice.
It was the pogs were a set of 10. I got them over there. I can grab them. But a set of 10, and they were all art pulled from the labels. So it's a fun little Hop Heroes like collectors thing. So yeah, it was really, really fun. So what are you guys drinking this week?
I want to go because I have, for I think the second time ever, a Vienna Lager. It's another beer from my beer drop I got. It's from Goldspot Brewing Company. It's a Vienna Lager, and it's absolutely delicious. Very, sleek, not too much going on with design, but the beer tastes freaking fantastic. I have a newfound appreciation for Vienna Lagers. My favorite is from Workhorse Brewing Company, but this one, man, it's up there. It's very delicious, very smooth. It's everything you want from a Vienna Lager, and I can't be more happy with this. The beer drop is fantastic, man. I like I said last week, you get access to all these new beers you never had before, and so far it's been 2 for 2. So I love it, man. I want more. I can't wait to try the rest of my beers.
Dude, I love that. Awesome. Love that like 70s style gradient colors you got going on the can.
It's very cool.
It's
like a blanket that my grandma used to knit or something. Yeah.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. I think I actually have that blanket. I think it's passed down. So, no, dude, it looks nice. So, and I'm horrible at this. I didn't even say the type of beer, but it's a very elusive double IPA. It's a hazy pog, pineapple, orange, guava on the Pog Dog.
Yeah,
so.
Dude, I want to try that so fast. That's so right up my alley, man. Man.
We had it on the show as soon as it was released, because I had some. I went and got some nearby, and Mark also dropped off a shit ton of them. Or did I order that? No, I did order that one. Yeah, I got a bunch. I had like 12 or something sitting in my fridge. Nice. Yeah, so I did have it on the show, and I was able to try it out, and it was awesome. I was telling him it's like such a different taste than I'm used to for beer. It's got like it feels unique to me when I tried it. I couldn't put my finger on what it was that like if it could taste like anything else to try and compare it to, but it stood on its own, and it was just it was delicious, man.
Yeah, and dude, after having Desolation, I want to try more Mark stuff, man. Like it was delicious. It was smooth, especially it was like a DIPA. So like for me, I'm not a big DIPA guy, and that was out of this world good. So that sounds great. And the stuff you guys were teasing on Instagram, man, that has me more intrigued.
Dude, yeah. We'll hopefully find the Elon Musk, pipeline and get some over to you. But dude, yeah, his double IPAs are definitely too smooth. It's dangerous. So.
I love it. It's like a good line of dangerous and tasty.
Dude, yeah, 100%.
That's my favorite line on this show. Is this thing is dangerous? If I had an action figure that you pushed my back, I'd be like, yeah, this one's dangerous.
that and smooth.
Yeah, that and smooth.
Yeah.
We say that
for
a lot.
Me too, man.
Those are our two.
Yeah, that's my go-to too, for sure.
It's the best describing word for a beer. If it tastes great and it goes down easy, it's got to be smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this doesn't even have a name. It's just it's their, like Workhorse does. It's just their Vienna Lager, which is. I appreciate that. I'm more of the fun can, like the beer names and can designs. That's more my style. But they're going sleek with it, so I appreciate that too, and it tastes great. So no complaints on my end.
That's 2 weeks in a row. You had the the kind of like plain logo, sort of thing. That's a first. Usually, you're right. Usually we go for like the flashy,
dude, I like the
vibrant.
Eye catch. I like when the can just like gets you, and you're like, okay, what is this? And then I think 98% of the time, if the can catches my eye, I'm gonna buy that beer. And that's why,
100%.
Sean, the stuff you make, like that is like eye catching. So like, if it was out here, I'd be like, what is that? I'm buying that. Sweet. Can't wait to drink this. And then Mark comes in and makes the beer fantastic. So it's a double two for two right there.
Yeah, I just try to keep up with Mark's beers because honestly, I think that's how I'm gonna get thrown from this train. Is if his beer is like way better than the label or anything I come up with. But
I don't think you got anything to worry about, my friend.
Yeah, I think you're good to go on that. Your artwork is what sold me on the beer to even try it in the first place. So there you go.
Yeah,
no artwork. I don't even try it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So Marcus, what you
my
drinking?
turn.
Yeah, what are you drinking over
turn,
there?
Huh? So I'm going to San Leandro, California for this one, over at Drake's Brewing Company.
Nice.
And Ty, I don't believe they sell this over where you live. So
most likely not.
This is a double IPA, and it is called the Denogginizer.
The Denogginizer, I like that.
This is a 9.75, and it's double IPA. I've had this once before, and it was like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago or something like that. So it's been a long time. I remember that it was pretty intense when I tried it. I don't know if my taste buds were up to par yet. So I saw this and I was like, all right, let me give it a shot again. And also because it's 9.75, so
yeah, that's right around your area,
It's right around my area.
Money's worth for sure. Yeah, I think same thing with me on that one. I tried it probably about like 8 or 9 years ago, and it was probably after a shot or two. So I'm like, I do not remember what it tastes like, but I just remember it being powerful, and it cleaned everything off. So I was like, okay.
It gave you a good night's sleep after that.
Oof. Exactly, yeah, this is probably a little more bitter than I normally have on the show. It's definitely this is the complete opposite of Mark's beers for being a double IPA. This one is way intense.
Good intense, or
it's like a little like an ice pick just like stabbing you on the way down.
So not a good intense.
I don't know. Just going from the beer that I just had, or the beer that we had from last beer of the week time, going from that to this is a big step in a different direction.
It bites back.
It bites back, yeah.
What's it called again? What's it called?
Denogginizer.
Denogginizer. I'm gonna see what the IBUs on that is, honestly, because I'm curious.
91.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's up there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not. This is the kind of beer that I would used to drink when I was like, oh, I'm cool and like I'm young and I want to drink like the heaviest shit there is, and like you think it's bitter. No, it's not that bitter. It's not bitter for me, and I just go and drink it and get fucking hammered. But like now, I don't know that you would get a pack of this and like sit down and enjoy it. I don't know what this would be for.
But the thing is, if you think about it, like back when you first had this beer, double IPAs were mostly bitter. Nowadays because these brewers are becoming better, so much like more intricate and better with their craft. They can make it smooth, they can make it taste like the best thing ever and be so powerful. So it's just one of those beers that's been bitter for its whole life cycle.
Yeah. It's a time capsule if you ever want to go back.
Exactly. Yeah. If you want to remember what the
DIPA's.
Yeah.
Go find out why I started hating myself back in the day.
Dude, I was gonna say, I think last time I was on the show, you said that you're like, it's when you try to prove yourself, and then at a point you're like, I don't feel like hurting myself anymore. So
yeah, man,
dude, everybody's been there.
But that being said, it's not bad. It's got a good flavor. It's just I haven't had something like this in a long time. Since we started doing these since I joined the show, I've been sticking to more with like hazy IPAs or
or those
the doubles I have been having are
ones.
The doubles I would be something from New World Ales, where it's like that. Even that in the triple is like everything was so smooth. You just, like I said, dangerous, right? This one, like, this is the one where it's like the animal that you see and you're like, you look dangerous, so you probably are dangerous. It's not like a fluffy like a fluffy animal or something. You're like, oh, you don't look dangerous, and you taste it, you're like, oh, this is dangerous. This looks, it feels, and it tastes dangerous, and it is dangerous. So
it's fitting. Yeah, that's funny.
I'd be interested to try that.
It's the poison dart frogs with like all the bright colors.
Yep.
Speaking of poison dart frogs, I don't know if you guys watched, like, on Netflix, they have like the most dangerous animals in like the different like areas. That was the most intriguing thing I've watched in so long. Like I've taken a break from like TV shows because with the CW, with Arrows, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Batwoman, it was so consuming, especially with like other shows like Blacklist that I watch, that I was like, you know what, Arrow ended, let me just take a break from the weekly television shows. And those episodes, I went to bed once and I'm like, let me put on the most dangerous. That I was like binging that so bad, and the poison dart frog was on there, as well as a bunch of other weird shit.
Dude.
But I don't know if you guys ever watched that or not. Yeah. But there's some freaky ass insects and animals out there in the world, man.
Yeah, it's been a while, but dude, there's some scary shit everywhere.
You guys ever hear about the Botfly?
Oh my gosh, dude.
No, I haven't.
So this was on this show, right? This is disgusting. So just warning, this is disgusting alert right here. So
skip ahead a minute or two.
like 2 minutes. But the Botfly, it's this fly that attaches itself to mosquitoes, lays its eggs. So when the mosquito lands on a person, the eggs get warm and they hatch and they put themselves into your skin and they live off your body, right? So then they live in your body for 3 months to become a fly, which is this couple that in that series. Yeah, man, this couple went and he had one in his head and they didn't know what it was, and they literally he had this thing burrowed in his head. Dude, it's nasty.
It's like micro tremors. Dude.
Yeah, man, dude, yes, big time.
And there's bountiful YouTube videos of people removing botflies, dude, and it is nightmare inducing.
Nightmare fuels. That's
bountiful.
The way to go.
I don't know. There
was this one scientist who literally got bit on purpose and let them grow in him, and I'm like, that's disgusting. That's disturbing.
Oh
yeah,
and
dude, at the end of the larva's cycle, we're talking like end of the thumb, like that length, dude.
Wow.
That's wild,
that
scared me for life. Like, I'm never going to Central America ever because of that.
There's no reason to go. Oh my god.
But funny, to go a different route, because our next episode we're going to go hypothetical. We're going to talk about our bachelor crew of heroes or villains that we would take with us on our bachelor party. I want to get your opinion though, Sean, on what film this year or even next year too, will add, are you most anticipated in the nerdy realm?
Oh, dude, it's probably well. Sorry to bring it back to insects, but probably the Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, Quantumanium.
Quantumania, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think it's gonna answer, because I'm following Loki, and all the teasers and all the theories out there on Loki, but I think Quantumania is gonna answer a lot of stuff, and it has the potential to set up a lot of stuff. I know, like, what's the Doctor Strange one?
Multiverse of Madness. Yeah.
That one's gonna be sick, but I think Quantumania is gonna be the sneaky, and dude, I love Paul Rudd. Like, I'm a sucker for a guy who seems like he doesn't belong. So like, it's like perfect, dude. So I think that one's gonna be a good one.
I think you're on. Yeah, I think you're hitting it, man. I think that's going to answer a lot of questions, and they have the potential to bring in a lot of interesting aspects, especially Marcus, last week we spoke about Kang's confirmed to be in that film. We don't know what aspect, but man, that's gonna change the MCU, I think, a bit, that film.
Yeah, all the rules are out the window, I think, when it gets to that.
Starting with Loki, starting with the show, they're starting to just chisel away at everything that we used to know the last 10-15 years. Now the next 10 or 15 is going to be we got all these different interdimensional stories that are going to start happening, and it's their way of introducing the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and going forward and all this shit. So it's going to be pretty cool.
The thing is, if anyone could do it, it's Marvel.
100%. And I couldn't believe that they literally turned the Infinity Stones, the biggest deal in the last 10 years, into paperweights, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It blew me away. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude?" Like, and then you have no choice because you're like, it makes sense with what they're telling me.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Same thing though, dude. I had that same reaction when they first happened, just because those were like the most powerful things in the entire universe, and that Thanos, who was the most important person there, that's all his mission was to get those stones, and that was like everybody's mission revolved around these stones. And now it's just in a TV show, not even in a film.
Yeah,
in a TV show, they just were like, nope, to pull the rug out from under you. You're like, nope, sorry guys, like that ain't shit. Now we're going in a whole other direction now.
Yeah.
The biggest box office hit, and then to like not even network television show, they're like, oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Marvel's a different breed, man. It's wild.
It's pretty nuts, dude. What about you guys?
I'd have to say, I really think that the Multiverse of Madness, like, Spider-Man's up there, but I think the Multiverse of Madness for me is going to be, because there's going to be like a little bit of horror elements to it and stuff, which I'm intrigued about. And I hope, listen, I have too high of expectations for Marvel, and sometimes they don't hit that because my brain thinks like all of these things could happen, and Marvel picks and chooses, which is smart on their end. I wish they would just give us everything at once and stuff, but they don't. But there's, especially when you're doing a film called Multiverse of Madness, there's so many different ways you can go. If you're bringing in these different multiverses, bringing back different versions of characters you can do, bringing back, you can have evil versions of characters, of heroes that we love come into play. Like, there's so much potential for that film that I'm intrigued to what they bring to us. So that's mine.
100%. Yeah, it's super, super clouded in mystery, and you're just like, dude, give me any one of these and it'll be sick.
Yeah, I agree, man. That would be my pick too, because Doctor Strange is my favorite character in the MCU. But in the interest of trying to saying something different than what Ty just said, close second would be the next Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yep.
Because Thor is like right up there with Doctor Strange for me. And I love this whole 80s vibe that they're going for with the colors, and I love like the outfits that they got on, the cut off sleeve shirts and just like these leather pants that are super colorful. I love that whole vibe. I love 80s vibe in general. So just that whole thing is going to be awesome. It'll be fun to see the Guardians teaming up with him again, and just like I'm just so pumped because I love Ragnarok, and same director's doing it, the next one, and he said it's going to be even more bonkers and more crazy than Ragnarok was. So that I'm like super pumped for that, man. I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah, Ragnarok.
Yeah, dude, the director Taika Waititi, he made Thor for me. I couldn't watch the first Thor movies. No. And then this guy took Thor, threw him in, he gave us the battle with Hulk and shaved his head and Jeff Goldblum's one of my favorites, and so he put him in the movie. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. So he totally revamped it, and you're right. I love all the 80s vibes that he brought, and the fact that the movie is straight up called, it sounds like an album, like an 80s album, Love and Thunder. Dude, that's perfect, dude. So I think that one's gonna be good too.
Yeah, it's like the Masters of the Universe kind of vibe, or like Flash Gordon or something. Yeah, it's got that whole energy around it, and that makes me excited. I hope it's cheesy. I do kind of hope it's cheesy a little bit, just to really hammer home the point that it's like an old school kind of movie.
Yeah.
100%. I think it will be, dude.
I think so too.
And to go on the DC side, Black Adam, man. My boy Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is going to change the landscape, as he said, of the DCEU. So, man, I love Dwayne. I've been watching him since I was I think 5, 6, since 1996. And
since he had hair.
Yeah, dude, seriously.
He did have hair at one point.
I've literally been watching him most of my life span on this earth. I've been watching Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And, he's had his hits, he's had his misses, but, he's been all over the place, making tequila, making energy drinks, having his YouTube channel, in films and TV shows. We have Young Rock. Dwayne is a hustler. He is a hard worker, and I can't wait to see what he brings to Black Adam. I hope he doesn't suck at it. I don't think he will. I hope he brings it. And I hope he kicks ass, and I hope he really changes things for the DCEU, man. I think he can do it, if anyone.
The man doesn't sleep, man.
No.
He doesn't sleep
ever. Exactly. his whole mantra being the hardest working man in the room or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I think he's, whatever room he's in, he's going to be the hardest working one, dude. So I think it's going to be unbelievable. And this morning I just heard something different. So, Black Adam was somebody who rised up and then, would go against any position of power. I think in the comics, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was slavery based. But in this new one, I think it's going to be more corporation based.
Okay.
So dude, having, this guy just tear down corporations is gonna be pretty badass, dude. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
And then in the comics, right? Shazam's his nemesis, or the guy who's supposed to fight him. And dude, so knowing that it's is it Zachary Levi, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having him portraying a little kid going up against the Rock, dude, it's literal David and Goliath.
Yeah, man, it's big time.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah,
I think it'll be really good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And there's rumors of Superman coming back, Henry Cavill's Superman making an appearance in that movie. So we'll see what happens there.
That'll be good.
Yeah, man. Well, I think this was a good Beers of the Week episode. And guys, I guess you'll check in on Wednesday to see us do a little hypothetical about our Bachelor band. So Sean and Marcus, it's a pleasure for this one. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, y'all.